can't believe it. What a journey. What a journey. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the community. Thank you for those who continue to look for us, even when we're not on air. For those who continue to go on YouTube to watch. So I just want to ask you, if you've been watching and you have not yet subscribed, please do go and subscribe and share the link with your friends and family. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of this community. And I hope that this year, in 2025, our community will get even better and bigger. So this year, our year of intentional living. We really want to be intentional about everything that we do. We want to be intentional with our prayer life. We want to be intentional with our friendships. We actually want to be intentional. And that's why we said that our theme for this year is intentional living. So what do we mean about intentional living? It means that we do things consciously. We no longer leave things to chance or just letting things just fall into place. We actually intentionally go out of our way on purpose. So the first thing that we need to be intentional about is our spiritual life. Meaning, are we praying? Are we taking time to seek God? Are we taking time to spend with God in His presence? It's very important that we take time to grow our spiritual man, because it really helps us to get wisdom and discernment, especially when we start having issues and problems. So I encourage you to be very intentional with your spirit life. And if you're struggling, you can even get this prayer journal. It will help you to pray. The next pillar that we need to work on is our health and fitness. We really need to work on our health, i.e., what are we putting in our body? Remember, this is God's temple. Our body is a temple. What are we putting what are we eating? We need to be very intentional with the food that we're eating. We need to be intentional with exercise. We need to be intentional with making sure we go to sleep in time. Yes, get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. It's very important for your health. And the next one is your mental and emotional health. We need to be very intentional with what we are doing with our emotional health. Just making sure that we take time to just relax, be still during the weekend, and just take time to be with yourself, reflect. It's very, very it's very, very important for your emotional health. The next pillar that we need to work on is our relationships. Our friends. Research shows that since COVID, most of us have not met our friends physically. We are always on WhatsApp or just chatting, FaceTime, but we're not physically meeting. So your relationship pillar is very, very important, especially as adults. It helps our mental health as well. So take time, be intentional with setting dates with your friends, having dates with your husband or your better half, whether it's your boyfriend, and also your relationship with your children. Make sure you take time to just create and nurture those relationships. The next pillar that we need to be intentional about is our financial pillar. Understanding how much we are spending, our budgets. Literally budgeting and making sure that we understand our financial wealth, our financial health. How much do we have? How much are we going to spend? Have we put aside any savings? Are we going to go on holiday? Have we actually saved for that holiday? It shouldn't just be on the spur of the moment. What is the plan for the children? What is the plan for university fees? Have you looked at the assets that you have? Do you have assets? Do you want to have any assets? Let's start working towards that financial pillar and the kind of financial health that we want to have. Let's work towards it. Let's be intentional with working towards our financial health. I know a lot of us struggle with that pillar. I was there before. Saving was a struggle. So let's intentionally work on our financial pillar. Get a coach if you need one to just make sure that you work on that financial pillar. The next pillar is your professional pillar. What are we doing with your career? Where do you want to be in the next 2 years, 3 years, in the next year? If it's the end of 2025, are you happy with where you are career-wise? Have you developed to grow in your career? Let's be intentional about that. And going along with your career is your personal growth. Are you growing in terms of your career, your personal growth? That's where a coach is very, very important. A life coach. A life coach will help you grow through your personal growth so that you're able to hit all those gaps, and they'll help you see those missing gaps as well. So your personal growth is very, very important. And let's be intentional about growing. Let's be intentional about reading. What are you reading this year? Can we stop just reading the love romantic, books? Be intentional about growing yourself and your growth. So I encourage you to look for book clubs, to join book clubs, to join a college, and just grow. To get a coach that will help you to grow. The next thing that you need to be very intentional about is our play and recreation. Recreate yourself. Sometimes when you go away on holiday, and it doesn't have to be an expensive holiday, just going away out of town or just spending a day with friends can really help you and regenerate and helps you to become very creative. And when we say play, a lot of adults have stopped playing. We are so serious. Everything is so serious. No, come on, guys. We need to play as adults. It actually helps us to become better people. So play means like just put on some music, dance. I love to dance. So dance, put on some music, dance for an hour, call some girlfriends, sit, have a glass of wine, have some coffee, and just chat. Go out and play tennis, go for Zumba, go and just go and have fun. It's very important for your brain. It also just helps you become a better person, when you just relax and let your guard down. The next pillar that you need to look at is your environment. What's your environment looking like? Are your clothes all over the floor? Is it cluttered? Do you have papers all over the place? Do you have photos that are just thrown all over the place? Do you have clothes that you have not worn for more than 6 months? Come on, ladies, those shoes that you have not worn that you're just buying and keeping there. Let's declutter this year, because sometimes clutter just messes up with our brain. So let's be intentional about decluttering. Let's declutter our spaces, whether it's a one-roomed house, whether it's a 10-bedroomed house. Let's declutter. Let's go in there, remove stuff that we don't have, remove those chipped cups, throw them away. Remove those shoes you've not worn for more than 6 months, those clothes you've not worn for 6 months. Let's get rid of them. Let's go into our spaces. Pictures, photos, bank statements. Come on. Can we declutter? Because sometimes we hang on to stuff that we don't need anymore. And it just makes our brain foggy and, sometimes just having clutter around really just messes up with your brain. So I'm encouraging you. Declutter. Fix your environment. Change the curtains. Wash the linen. Change the linen. Just declutter. Fix your environment. Put a plant there, remove, just do a thorough clean. You'll find that just that fresh air will help you. And then the last pillar, your life vision and your life impact. Be intentional about helping people, whether it's one person, 2 people, 10 people. Join some sort of organization. Just help someone. Make an impact in someone's life or in people's lives. Join a Rotary Club. Join Lions. Or just go and look for a home. There are lots of homes out there. Go and volunteer your time. Sometimes it's not about money. Volunteer your time. We all have skills. Think of your skill set. Go and teach. Any of those children, go to the schools and just teach for free. Or go and spend the afternoon just playing with those kids. Go to an orphanage. Offer your services. Some of us are great cooks or bake. Some of us can bake really well. Why don't you just bake and go and share with some kids? Or better still, you have this beautiful home that it's just maybe you and your husband or you and your 2 kids. How about you invite 5 or 10 kids to your home, cook for them, and just spend the day with them, imparting some of the knowledge that you've gathered in the past 10, 15, 20 years of your life. How about you just bring in those kids and just show them another part of Harare or whatever city you live in. Just show them how life can be so they can have something to aspire to. Just share and change someone's life. Carry stuff in your boots when you're driving around. Carry old clothes. Create a little package made up of either old clothes or just things that you have in your house, and just give them away to random people in the street. It helps your heart when you just do something nice to people. It can be 1 person, 2 people, 5 people, 10 people, 20 people. But I tell you, that impact that you make in someone's life will go a long way for years to come. So let's go out there this year and just live life intentionally. Let's think about what we want to do, what we want to say before we say it, because words can break a person's heart, but words can also build a person. So let's be intentional with how we talk to people, with how we relate to people. Let's be intentional with building people around us. Let's just make this such an amazing year.